G'day YouTube. Oh, it's nice and quiet now. I know it was making big noise, so it's plenty opportunity for me to make a recording. Um, and this one's about the various methods that I have come across that helps you to make ormus, as well as this is a little bit about ormez, which is a type of gold colloidal that people consume, and they start looking like Donald Trump, who's got someone's gold hair. Maybe it was his gold hair somewhere on his body where he had a lot of it and he spread it out, got it transplanted. But usually what happens is you get a relation of yours that has similar DNA, and then you ask them if you can buy some of their hair, and you get their hair transplanted into you if they're a sibling and if they're younger, and they still can grow it back, but it's a whole other topic. Okay, so gold is one of those things that doesn't age so easily and doesn't destroy that easily. It takes 1200 degrees Celsius to cook it and bring it into a molten form. But, however, there is other ways to carry it. So I'm not talking about gold right now, I'll talk about colloidal later. Okay, so starting out with ormus. I'll orbitally rearrange monatomic unified structures. I don't know what the U and the S stands for. Whatever it may be. Basically, ormus is said to be this white powder that is like these monotoms. They call them monoatoms, but they're called monotoms. And you find them after a beach has existed and shell life has broken down into very dried out desert type of area, and it's broken down into very tiny monoatomic. Mono meaning singular, like a monocraft is a UFO made in Poland, and it has one wing. Okay, so after studying a bit of Barry Carter's web pages, Barry Carter's this man overseas somewhere, and anyway, he has this vortex spinning magnetic water trap, and what it does is it pushes the heavy metals out one way, the wastewater sprays out the end, but he has this great vortex happening, and the water is sprayed into a tube on an angle, and it's a see-through perspex kind of see-through plastic, and while it sprays away along the tube, supposedly the ormus comes back. It's diamagnetic, which means it doesn't like magnets, doesn't like magnetic fields, so it goes the other way. So the idea is that he has a little tube in the center of the spinning vortex, and the gold supposedly comes down that vortex, just like a lot of the gold works spinning machines that they have. And anyway, it's almost is said to be made like white powder gold, where there's this gold salt, and it's a derivative of gold, found in gold mines, but they seem to ignore it. And yet, the pharaohs and those kind of people, they used to consume this stuff, and it used to be said to help your DNA, realign your body, help your hue sound in your ear ring. They it gives your resonance of your being, and in turn it's supposed to realign your genetics, because as long as you have acid in your body, like hydrochloric acid or lemon juice or something. So there's some people going out there getting some basically white chalk, blending it real fine so it's monatomic grinded, but they mix in plants that have ormus in them, and they use the chalk as like a way of storing it, much like a pill does. So stratifying is one thing that Barry Carter has, and it's you have a magnet underneath a metal can. You fill the can with water, and supposedly in the center, at the very top of the can of water, is where the ormus collects. And I think, oh, pardon me, I just think it's a bit of bullshit, but it could be true. I am not one to absolutely say it's not true. So I had decided when I first began this, making videos and studying ormus, was to find ways to make this stuff. Now I can't make it per se because it's very hard to come across. So there's only one way, is to figure out how it works, get it from wherever it is. So there are things like vacuum pumps, fish tank pumps that vacuum in the air, and some push the air, and so you can use it with magnets, and you push the magnets all facing each other so that they all repel, and that pushes away anything that doesn't like magnetism. And obviously you want a place where the ormus will go, but it's repelled away from somewhere. So you've got to decide, am I repelling ormus away and forcing it to go somewhere, or am I repelling the metals away and making the ormus still go somewhere? So you need to have a zone where ormus goes, but the heavy metals thrown away. Because, some people go and say, oh, we just found ormus, and the truth is they've actually pushed the heavy metals for you to consume, and you think you're buzzing out, feeling stuff. And really, you've got a high ppm in your blood now. ppm is parts per million, and that's a measurement of the metals in the water. You can get a ppm meter, it's called a TDS meter, and it can do temperature as well as metal detecting the percentage in the water of metal, and it pays not to have heavy metals in the blood because, well, it can make you have issues with electromagnetic fields. Amplitude causes the ormus in your brain that's naturally there to be repelled. Now they have these pills that do similar stuff. They take the cholesterol out of your brain and make you have Alzheimer's. So they're trying to put aluminium in the water, and they call it aluminium fluoride. They're actually allowing magnetic fields in the conductions in a human's blood, or in a human's body anyway. The aluminium, if it gets in your blood, and it's fine enough, if it's a powder form, gets in you, it can cause a lot of energy conduction within your blood. And you really don't want magnetic fields running around your blood and buggering with it. You especially don't want any ormus to be repelled out of your body. People are getting old, and Hitler come up with that idea to kill off all the people he wanted to kill off. And you want to be able to, the truth is, the electromagnetic UFO that he created, they wanted Tesla fields, places where you could pick up energy off of power line poles, a big pole, the ones that they carry the heavy duty stuff. But if they could have humans walking around with stuff in them, they'd collect it there.